Hello, viewers. Welcome to the Census 360 Investor channel, where we use best practices from around the world and the companies that we invest in and apply those to the investing process. Today, we're going to focus in on the trader segment in shorter term momentum stocks. And we'll look at the screen of the day and a selection of momentum stocks that are setting up. Okay, before we begin, a quick word about the disclaimer. This channel is not providing financial advice. Please read, and then continue. Thank you. Okay, so without much further ado, let's begin the show. So here are 10 stocks that made it to the screen of the day today, and these are all momentum. So the first thing to notice that we still have a kind of a defensive look to the market because most of the momentum still remains within energy and healthcare. We have the sole warrior in tech stock, which is SMCI, and then we've got basic materials, consumer cyclical, and one industrial sector stock. So let's take a look at the mini charts. And here are the mini charts. These are weekly bar candlestick bars. Okay, so I'll just work from the left to right, and we'll work our way to the bottom. So MPC, it's got a fairly reasonable uptrend. So one negative yellow flag is here, big drop here, but it recovered from that, made a move, and then we have another drop here at this height. And now it's trying to recover. So this looks very similar to this. So on this one, I would wait to see if it makes all-time highs, well, at least most recent highs here, and takes that out as you pivot. Next one is Steel Dynamics, material stock. So this one, not as smooth of an uptrend, but nevertheless a lower left, upper right look to it. Again, it's kind of at the early stages of forming a base up here. So it's got the left side, looks like that's completed, and now looking for a bottom of the base before it starts to move up. So there's some time to study this one. Next up is Hess. In this one, we have a lower left, upper right. Look to this as well. Bit of a yellow flag drop here, but it recovered, and we can see it actually made a consolidation there. Now it's making another consolidation up here, kind of a very flash-based boxy type. So a move up on volume above these highs up here will be your entry pivot. ATI, this one has a pretty brisk move up here, pull back, another brisk move up here, and now it's actually kind of a little bit more softer move as it makes this consolidation here. It's almost at the pivot point of taking this high out over here. So that'll be your entry point. SMCI, we noted this was on the list last week as well, and I noted that it made the left side of the base down here, and it was looking to make a bottom of the base, and it's continued to do that. So it's put in one more week. Now we've got a good looking bottom to this base. So next thing to look is for it to start to move to the right hand side of the base, and then we'll see if it can go straight through or puts in a pullback to create a little handle area. MCK, nice, very smooth uptrend here, nice little consolidation, moves up, breaks out, comes back in, and then pops up again. We do have this one big drop here, and it looks like it's most weeks actually it's offset a little bit. So now it's starting to move back up and forming this little price consolidation. So that would be that break above this little mini price consolidation would be an early entry. Otherwise, you're better off waiting until it takes around that 400s of an out. TDW, so this one has been moving up, and we see a nice little cup-ish handle pan here. It'll break out. Another consolidation. It did kind of have a breakout look to it the prior week. This week it came back in. It's looking like it's still sitting at the pivot. So this one is still very much in play. VIST, so we have an uptrend, a little bit of a pullback to a supporting line here, which is the 50-day. And then we have actually 50 weeks. That one. It's moved up from there, consolidated, broke out, didn't follow through, and now we got this kind of doji type of looking candle bar showing some low support, even though it closed a little bit lower. So I would watch this area here because it may just kind of operate like a little pullback and then start moving up again. But certainly worth keeping an eye on. Mod, the stock was kind of drifting a little bit lower, picked up, broke out this little consolidation zone, and then here we can see a nice little fall through, then a little pullback, then another fall through. Now we have sideways consolidation, so I want to look for a break above this zone. And finally, MEDP, I hummed on about this one because one, there's a couple of patterns to note, right? So you do have this kind of cup with handle look to it, but the base is a little bit too deep so that's kind of a major floor. And then we have this straight up from the bottom, or pattern from the bottom, move up here, which it's now consolidating, almost giving it like a tight flag look to it. But then the other thing to note is that you've also got the look of a double top. So you got top area here, top area here. And so I would definitely not be early on this one. Would want to wait to see her new highs broken out on this stock just to confirm that it's now ready to move up. And so that would allow the digestion of this strong move up here through this kind of selling in phase and before it starts a potential trend. But the other thing to watch out for, if it breaks the lows of this, then it's probably gonna then the double top may be in play. Okay, so that's it. A quick look at momentum stocks setting up for the upcoming week. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, share with your family and friends. If you're inclined to leave a comment. And that wraps it up for this video. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.